It is officially winter sports season, and we're excited to kick it off with our winter sports preview.
Girls basketball, boys basketball, bowling, and wrestling all are looking to have successful seasons.
The last time we saw the girls basketball team, they qualified for the state tournament for the second consecutive year and had 2 players on the all-region team, and head coach Ben Anderson was named all-region coach. But this year brings several question marks after graduating 3 key seniors, Mia Miller, Kate Lappy, and Reba Fuller. The girls are hoping to come back strong, utilizing some of their new additions.
Obviously, we had 2 really big players last year who graduated, but so did every other school. So I'm really expecting us to be competitive within our conference. We do have a lot of skill from our younger grades coming up.
Returning starters include Peyton Meyer, Chesney Steenhook, and Tayana Keys. All of the girls bring their own skill set to the team. Peyton Meyer is a key defensive player, an honorable mention on last year's all-conference team. Chesney Steenhook is the leading returner in rebounds, averaging 5.7 a game, and landed on second team all-conference. Tayana Keys led the team in steals last year and is the leading returner in assists, averaging 2 a game. Other key contributors this year include seniors Carolyn Miller and Mia Bell, junior Hannah Green, and sophomore Aubrey Haynes. This season holds a new exciting challenge as Iowa high school teams begin using the 35-second shot clock for the very first time.
Well, I think building off of what we've done the last couple years and certainly seeing if we can continue that success is one of them. I know that with the 35-second clock this year, it's going to be a little bit different, so we don't want to see any drop off in that. But I think, just continued success with hustle and defense and rebounding. Scoring will come, we believe, but I think hustle and working on those little things that can help us continue to be successful.
Now, let's pass it over to Jasper to get an inside look on our boys basketball team.
This year's boys basketball team is looking to have a big year following a season where they went 15-8 and got third in the Raccoon River Conference and eventually lost in the second round of Sub-State. The boys are looking to finish towards the top of the conference and punch a ticket to the state tournament. They are led by Colby Collison, a 2-time All-State player who has led the Jays in scoring for the last 3 years. Collison averaged 18.3 points per game while shooting 54.5% from the field. The Jays also have Jackson Freed returning, who is a unanimous first-team All-Conference player. Freed was top 10 in conference scoring and third in conference blocks.
I think our season should go very well. I know there's a lot of high expectations and high hopes, but we got to make sure to stay level-headed as a team and not get too confident in ourselves.
Also returning is Everett White, who is looking to have a big year following a campaign where he was an honorable mention for the All-Conference team. The Jays also have Reed Falsgraf returning, who should fill a big defensive role that we need. He should also be able to help rack up some rebounds.
I think, with our returners that we have from last year, our seniors and juniors, mixed in with a sophomore point guard, I think the expectations are high, as they should be. I think we have a chance to do some really special things here this year, and our seniors are going to have to lead us. And it's so far so good with practices, but we still have a lot of work to do and a lot of things to accomplish before that first game.
One question for the Jays is their guard play. They're losing Trey McDowell and Nolan Meyer, who both graduated. Cole Miller will be an answer to that question. He's a sophomore point guard looking to fill McDowell's role. It will also be interesting to see how the new shot clock will affect their play. There are a few what-ifs with this year's boys basketball team, but hopefully they can have a big season where they end up at Wells Fargo Arena. Here is Bridget Johnson with an inside look at Blue Jay Wrestling.
The boys wrestling program is once again looking to have a strong season. They are heading into their second season in Class 3A, the largest in the state, with a preseason dual ranking of 4th. Last year, they came up just shy of qualifying for the state dual tournament. However, this year, they may have all the right pieces to punch their ticket.
This season, we have 4 Fargo All-Americans, and we are planning on capitalizing on that, just using that momentum going into the season and using the team that's ranked 4th duals and trying to actually surpass that and finish in the top 3 this year with a team trophy on both traditional and duals.
The boys are not just looking to perform well as a team, but also individually. With 5 ranked individual wrestlers and an up-and-coming freshman that's a national champion, but is not yet ranked. Reed Foster is going into his second season ranked in the lightest weight class 106. He is currently sitting 8th in 3A. This is Reed's second season on the varsity roster, and last year wrestling at the state tournament and coming up just shy of the podium. Coming in second in the 113 weight class is our very own Connor Pfizer. He finished last season with a trip to Wells Fargo, where he finished 5th in the tournament. He also has been making some noise outside of the wrestling room, finishing 4th in the nation in Greco. Moving up to the 126 weight class is Max Riggins. Max finished 5th last year at the state tournament as a freshman, hoping to improve his placement in the weight class this year, as he goes into the season ranked 3rd. He received All-American honors this summer, wrestling for Iowa USA Wrestling. Senior Dalton Rao was a state qualifier his sophomore year and placed 7th in the tournament in the 113 weight class. The following year, he was unable to wrestle for over half the season due to an injury. This season, however, he's hoping to come back strong and enters the season 10th in the 138 weight class.
What I feel that is going to happen this season is we're going to work really hard. Other things that will happen is I feel like we will qualify as a team and a lot of people individually. I feel like our individual record is 7, and I feel like we will break it this year with the amount of team we have and the great aspects all around we do. I wasn't here last year to wrestle, and when I wasn't feeling the greatest. So what I'm really trying to focus on is getting that state title this year.
Our heaviest ranked wrestler this season is Jack Lewis. He sits 7th in the 152 weight class. He recently transferred to Bondurant from Southeast Polk School District. A few other guys to look for this season include freshman Nolan Fellers, a recent national champion, sophomore Jordan Ryle at the 145 weight class, and senior Marcus Teed at the 160 weight class. Now, let's roll it over to see how bowling is putting their season together.
Blue Jay Bowling is back, and they've already dominated with a varsity sweep in their first meet of the season. Girls bowling team is looking to make the state tournament after just falling short last year. They broke multiple school records and had a great year. They have 3 starters returning. Those starters include Macy Williamson, McKenna Waymeyer, and Bailey McGrath. They also will have some new faces who bowled last year on JV, including Jackie Boss, Addie Gross, and Trinity Wynn. The boys' expectations are very high as they follow up a year where they made the state tournament. They have Ryan Stanley, Colin Britt, Braden Phipps, Jack Obraza, and Alex Frazier returning, who all had starting spots on the team last year. Andrew Ben should look up to take that 6th varsity spot. The boys have already started their season off hot when they crushed Ballard by over 400 pins.
We are very strong because last year we went to state, we qualified for state, so hopefully this year that we can qualify for state too, and hopefully that we can do better in state because last year we didn't. All we just need to work on is spares and our focus.
One thing special about this boys team is that they have tons of depth, which will be a valuable asset as the season goes on and they make a push for the postseason.
This has been Bridget Johnson
And Jasper Wilson.
reporting for The Rant.